Knowledge capture provides a central data hub for all documentation, data, and information to be stored relating to counterfeit cases. Information can be saved into the data hub from brands, law enforcement, and investigative organizations in order to collaborate on information. The first screen you can see here is a simple search screen that enables me to search through the content currently stored within the data hub. I'm able to use Boolean type searching to search for a specific case number, and this will bring back any relevant documentation and data. By searching for the case 1603, it's brought back some key information relating to this particular case. In here we've got various documentation, whether it be PowerPoint, PDF files or images relating to the products. We've also got lab submission forms and marketplace export information as well. The data hub can be fed from information that starts out on online marketplaces. Here we're able to run queries based on certain products or brands and bring that information back in order for us to start an investigation. From this point in time we can use a number of checkpoints, whether it be the image and the quality of the product on sale, the seller, whether or not they're on a black or white list, and the pricing information to understand if there's been too big a discount or the price is too low compared to retail. We're then able to understand whether or not we think these goods are counterfeited. On the left hand side we're able to create notices for online marketplaces in order for them to take down these sales. We're able to take a snapshot of this marketplace data and have it loaded into the Knowledge Capture Data Hub. Back within the Data Hub, if I look at the raw data that's been exported from this marketplace view, we're able to see the information related to the particular content that we found online. We can see the product names, the site that it's been sold on, also the value it's been sold at, along with the seller. Now when we're investigating a potential counterfeit case, the seller information is incredibly important. In this case we can see we've picked up at the very top, James Ganaway has been involved in a number of cases along with Dean Oxley and a few just below. As an investigator, seeing this name, it could be that I already know who this person is, or due to the volume of transactions, I want to trigger off an investigation to understand a bit more about him. Back within the Data Hub, we can also capture information from social media, so whether it be the Facebook profile information or whether it be from the likes of Twitter or Instagram, and we can then start to do some further analysis as to how these people are linked together. Seamlessly integrated is IBM i2's investigation tool, and looking at this marketplace data, we're able to start visualizing how these people are connected to these sales and do a bit of further investigation on them. In this particular chart, we've got two people highlighted. The person in red is James Ganaway, and we can see that he's associated to multiple sales, and the person in blue is Mr. Dean Oxley, where we can see that he's associated to 3 sales at the moment. If I want to look and see what James Ganaway's social media presence also looks like, I can use built-in tools to search across these social sites. I can search across a multitude of sites, including Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, to bring back accounts related to that particular name, username or social media handle. And what I can then do is start to add these accounts to the chart. Earlier on, we also identified a second suspect, which we can now run a search for, pull back accounts that we think are linked onto the chart as well. Now we can start to expand on this content and understand how these people might actually be connected together. So by running an expansion on James Ganaway's friends, this will pull back information related to this particular connection point. In this case I'm using social media, but this could be any connection points that are available within the Data Hub. For example, we could also expand on things like telephone numbers, email addresses, and pull that data back to understand how other people are connecting to them across multitudes of communication channels. Any type of transactional data can be captured and managed within the Data Hub and can be leveraged within this platform. As this chart builds out, we suddenly have one connection in the middle that actually connects these two accounts together. Now it could be in a counterfeit scenario, this is actually a manufacturer or a distributor that we haven't yet picked up on before, but now we have a link to attach these two suspects together and we can finally start progressing this case. Could be that we can now start to link two cases together and focus on a much wider investigation. We also have wider capabilities to search across entire social sites and some websites by leveraging this technology where we can build queries in order to identify information that's relevant to our investigation. In this case, I've loaded in a partial telephone number and it's brought back results related to that particular number. It could also be replaced with a name, and we can then search across this information to look for relevant results and pull them back into the Datahub for use within investigations. In this particular example, it's gone across various forum sites, YouTube, and also various websites to pull information back related to that particular name. Being able to visualize all of this data being captured within the Datahub is also vitally important. Being able to understand hotspots and trends as to where the most amount of seizures or counterfeit related activity has taken place is very useful when looking to collaborate on content. If, for example, certain organizations or law enforcement agencies are seeing spikes in a certain location, you may want to deploy additional resources in order to try and combat that particular issue. Other views of this data also include the ability for me to understand where these seizures have happened, so are they export, inland, from the web, and based on geographical regions. So we can start to understand where those hotspots are and associate them to a monetary value. So as cases are completed, as seizures occur and monetary value is associated, if that information is present, it can be loaded into this type of reporting capability where we can then start to understand the trends over time. And of course, you can also break this down by brands, sub-brands, categorizations. So as the data is fed in, you start to get a global picture as to what's actually happening within the counterfeit world. The Knowledge Capture Datahub acts as a central resource and central repository for a wide range of brands, law enforcement agencies, and customs officials. As more and more data is loaded into this platform, brands can start to collaborate on all of this content, making their investigations much easier, more efficient, and potentially improve how quickly cases can actually be resolved. In these demonstrations, we've leveraged all kinds of documentation and data, from PDF and PowerPoint files through to images, marketplace content, and social media. All of this combined into a central platform provides an incredibly powerful solution for businesses to leverage.